All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another video. Today we have some more teasers that just came out. We got a content creator package for Fawn, which I'll be showing the package and the channel of Fawn in here a second. And we got also some other things from the main Twitter of Paladins. Now, there is a cipher and there's a code, but I'm suspecting that they weren't expecting anyone to decipher it all on the first day, but well, a lot of people already did, including myself, so let's just get into it, okay? So the first thing that happened was this. This is a little joke that they did with the Paladins official Twitter, saying, you expected a teaser, but it was me, Count Corvus. So in case you don't know, this is a JoJo reference, indeed. And then somebody was asking here, come on, Romanova, don't do this to me, where is the tank? And they answered, tank? What about a road roller? Again, with another JoJo meme. Now, this could be a confirmation that it's a tank, or just, I don't know, they're trying to avoid the question. Either way, there's not really much of a 100% confirmation, just a little bit of a joke here with JoJo, but they did end up putting a little teaser. And that teaser, it is right here. So this is the picture they posted on their official Twitter. And as you may understand, you can't really read most of this, but if you understand some of the letters, you end up, translating it, but it's still pretty hard because they did a little bit of a switch here with certain letters. Like, for example, the C and the O, I was a little bit confused as to why it was like that, but I'll explain here how I got to the conclusion in a second. But basically, this is what actually was shown to us. This was on the content creator package of Fawn. As you can notice, I mirrored what is in here because, as you can see, the letters are not exactly correct. Okay, this is the video that Fawn has. I'm gonna leave the description for his tweet and his video, and also his Twitch channel, because in case you don't know, Fawn is actually a caster for Hi-Res, and he's also part of the stream team, and he's also a content creator. So I'm gonna leave both his YouTube and his Twitch on the description, so check that out. And then here in the video, he basically shows the package. Now, I may have missed something, so if you guys want to go back, just go and watch the video. He put some work into it, so you definitely want to go and give it a watch. But the picture is this one right here, where he showed us a little piece of paper cut up with just these symbols, right? Initially here for the O, I thought it was just like the opposite of the P, where it would do like an L, but apparently it is cut off there. It does like a little L here that it's missing, and it's cut, right? Also, he received a different thing, which was a little piece of acrylic, little almost like a metal of acrylic with a Pyre symbol, which means this champion very much likely is going to be related to the Pyre. And yes, there is already a teaser of the Pyre inside of the game. Unfortunately, the map is not available, and the only real footage I had of it was really poor quality. But if you want to see it as soon as it comes back into the game, which should be on a hotfix like maybe next week or the week after, it's on the spawn rooms. Watch through the sides. There's like a little gate window sort of thing, and you can see the design of the Pyre symbol on the window. Okay, this is the symbol. So this confirms that as actually a teaser for the next champion. It could be potentially a support or a tank. Everybody's betting on tank. Some people already said that maybe it is a tank due to data mine, but it's not the first time they're wrong. So let's see. Let's wait and see. This is not just the only thing. This piece of acrylic actually goes into one base that it gets connected to power, and you then have LEDs, different colors LEDs, and you can just put the symbol in different colors, and that's actually pretty cool. Even as a content creator package, this is a very cool souvenir. So I'm glad that Fawn was one of the people that got it. Now, back into our teaser here. So this is what we got from his content creator package, right? And what I did was I grabbed this and I compared here, and I started putting some letters here in certain places. Like, for example, we got this Y here, right there, as you can see. And then we also have, forget this O because this was my assumption, but then after testing out, I understand that it was wrong. We got the Y there, and at the end of the day, after I started putting up the letters that at least we have here, There we go. Okay. So some of the letters that were there was the Y, the P was there, the R was there. So this automatically was like pretty simple to understand that was an A. Then here we had the H. Now, there's not a lot of 3-letter words that you can put with an H in the middle. Plus, if I did assume this was the T and the E, I started looking around, seeing if it would fit in the rest of the words, and it started working. So here we had already the R. This one here was actually a little bit tricky to find. I basically just grabbed the W and just spin it and, like, you know, gave it like a half turn, and it would make sense. It actually made sense. We have another M over there. Then this is the part that was confusing me, because this would make a lot more sense to be a C and that to be a O, but apparently they decided to switch it just to be a little bit of trolls. I also went on the internet to try to find if there's any sort of language like this, and there's not, at least that I'm aware of, unless it's something like, I don't know, like Thor and etc. kind of mythology. I don't know. But I know that this symbol exists on Japanese. So I initially thought, wait, is it this Japanese? It's not. But continuing on, like, there was a couple of letters that we had already. So I just grabbed those and started putting there. We had the 2 R's over there. Immediately we had that Y there. The N was also pretty simple, because if the M looked like that, if you remove one leg, it becomes the N. So that was pretty simple to understand. And then these 2 words were the ones that were putting a little bit more confusion to me, especially because of the CO situation there again. But once I decided to give it a try, I understood that that was an O, because we already had sort of like the E discovered here from the D, and then here on realm. So it made sense that was an E. As for the S, I really wasn't expecting to be an S. I think I actually figured that out later, because I already had all the letters. I think this was actually one of the last few letters, because we only had like the R and everything. But either way, like, after being translated, it goes into pray the realm does not become vulnerable to corruption. This makes sense because, you know, Furia talks about corruption all the time. So it definitely makes sense. Now, here's the thing. We know this is a Pyre Champion. So this is going to be a real angel. So somebody else who's going to aid on the battle with Yagrath, okay? We have already people from the military. We have Aus Echo magicians and etc. We got gods, demigods, and so on. But this is actually going to be somebody from the Pyre. If you don't know what the Pyre is, if you're fresh to the lore, the Pyre is like, it's like the heaven of the realm of Paladins, okay? And as such, Furia did just got her powers like sort of like loaned to her. I don't know if that's the term. It's not really hers. I mean, very much probably she's gonna remain with them from now on. But yeah, this is supposedly some sort of like a god from the Pyre. One angel, another angel. So that's why I say that it could be a support, since the last Pyre Champion we had was a support. So, you know, could work. And the only healer we did really got this year was Ray, so it wouldn't be impossible. Not to mention that tanks are a lot harder to do than any other champion. So, and if we go into the game, we have this here. Right, and maybe it's a long shot, maybe this is a little bit of a stretch, but I never really understood why they added what seems to be Furia with her dragon skin as a death card with a hammer. So either this is a teaser as well, because I don't know if you had the notion, but they already know which champions are coming out for the entire year, usually, okay? Like, for example, just so you have an idea, Corvus was already being teased back when Furia came out, right? So you can see how long they prepare this thing. And this could potentially be a teaser, but I'm not sure, all right? But it is related to the Pyre. Then we have the skin, which I believe is the dragon skin for Furia. And here's the funny thing. I went to Furia on purpose to try to understand if those symbols that we see on the translation exist there. And they kind of don't. those symbols are not the same. If you reload, you'll see those symbols on the sword, and they don't look the same. Like, they do look like some very, very much different symbols, which doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but sure. You can just go in the game, shoot once, and then reload. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I can even do it here. I'm gonna shoot, and then reload, and you see those symbols right there, and none of them look like the symbols from the translation we have. Like, literally not one of them. Probably gonna just pause it and give it a little, like, a picture for you guys of what we can see on it, but it doesn't show any of those symbols, which kind of goes against the lore in a way. I don't understand why they didn't just use those symbols, but at least we have some teasers, and I'm still thinking we could still potentially have another teaser today, maybe for the event pass skins, because when, you know, every patch we have a new event pass, and they usually tease like a skin and then a content creator package. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I'll see if the skin teaser comes out still. I'll probably just add it to the video of tomorrow. And up until then, I hope you guys have a fantastic time. I'm going to be streaming on the Paladins game channel tonight. If you guys want to join me, it'll be at 5 p.m. London time. So I'll see you there. And let me know what you think about this new champion. Who do you think it's going to be? A support? A tank? Are you excited that it's a Pyre Champion? Is this the champion that it's finally going to beat Yaggorath? And why is it showing up in this timeline and not on the Atlas timeline? That will be also for the lore theories, which, since I am mentioning, I've already released the first episode of the realm theories, which is who I think is the biggest villain of the entire realm. So if you haven't checked that out, I would recommend going there right now. I mean, it doesn't hurt too much, and it's always lore that we can just appreciate a little bit. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Till then, have a wonderful time. I'm out. Bye-bye.